Here, it's the beginning of the 60-minute tape. There we go.
It is time for the show. That is why we call it show time. Welcome everyone. I'd like to invite you now to please take your seats. We're about to get started. Fortunately, everyone was close to their seats already. Before I begin with any thanks, before I begin with any introductions, I'd like to ask, is the sound okay? Is too much of an echo? Is it too loud? Is that alright? I see some nodding heads, we should be okay. Fantastic. So welcome everybody, thank you so much for coming to the book launch of Big Ideas for the Big Stage. We've got a fantastic, entertaining evening planned for you, and I'm proud to announce that 12 of the 13 authors are right here with us in the room tonight. And unfortunately, Judy Suk was unable to join us because she's, of course, delivering a presentation in London, Ontario at the moment, so we'll be thinking of her. Before we get any further, I'd like you to reach across the table and shake hands with someone who's sitting across from you. And can you please shake hands and say what I'd like to say to all of you? Say thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.
And now reach out and shake hands with someone else's one. See. And now reach out to someone else, perhaps someone you don't know.
Hey Heather.
And also please tell them thank you so much for being here.
We sort of know each other. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. Did someone forget you?
Excellent. Excellent. Welcome. Well, we've got a lot of things to cover today, so we're going to get rolling. And I'll start by introducing myself. So we get things tidied up here. My name is Tony Estevez. I am your event organizer for tonight, and I'm a proud contributor to the book Big Ideas for the Big Stage. I sincerely want to thank all of you so much for coming, because we wouldn't have an event without your presence. So thank you so much for coming. And to get things started, I'd like to thank Babette Bears and Marché Restaurant for providing this fantastic facility for us. I'd like to thank Ryan Jeans, who I've just recently met, who's volunteered to manage the sound and help me out with the AV. So thank you very much. Heather Glumack, who has designed the program you see in front of you. Any of you have any design needs she's wanted to speak with, her email's on the back of the flyer. And of course, all of you fantastic authors who made their way out tonight to be with us. Without any further ado, I'd like to get into the activities tonight. I'm going to introduce two of my mentors, two fantastic presenters, and two wonderful, caring women who decided to bring all of these authors together and create a book called Big Ideas for the Big Stage. I'd like to introduce Mary McCartney and Susan Lamb Robinson.
Good evening. Thank you for coming out and sharing in the excitement that we authors are all enjoying with the publication of Big Ideas for the Big Stage. Susan approached me about Speakers Think Tank almost 2 years ago. Well, actually, we started 2 years ago, so it was just before then, thinking that there are a number of people who would like to move on to doing more in keeping with professional speaking, or just maybe better presentations. So Speakers Think Tank was born to offer a forum for people that are like-minded, to create a community that we could all share and learn together. Because learning together is a lot more fun. Don't you think?
Oh yeah!
Yeah. And we are all about having fun. There's no reason why we can't learn and have fun. So we have a lot of great ideas. We have ideas that have been brought to us by the members of Speakers Think Tank, those people who come regularly, and they have encouraged us and prompted us, and together we have forged ahead and created something to help many people. So I'm going to pass this to Susan now and let her continue.
Thank you very much, Mary, and thank you so much for coming tonight. It's made this event even more real. The fact that we got delivery of our books and they became a reality. I was saying to Mary earlier started with a little idea. And initially it was a little idea I had in my room, I guess, one night, thinking there's got to be other people out there like me that want to honor the voice inside themselves and go out there and speak in some form or another. And I knew that if we put this together, well, maybe I didn't know, but I was happy to learn that there were more than just myself and a few others, and we've been able to have 11 events so far. And the first initiative that came out of one of our little side projects, which was our Writers Club, which is an accountability group for authors, because I bet there's some of you sitting there tonight that have a book in them, but for some reason you just can't get it out of you. So we also said, let's get a group together and do a book, and the first initiative that came from that was Big Ideas for the Big Stage, because we knew some people weren't ready for the full book, but they were ready for a chapter. And we also knew that many of the people that we were working in our community had so much to offer other people about doing better presentations. So I'm so thrilled that this is a reality. Can't believe you're all here tonight. Can't believe 12 out of the 13. And people have said 13 authors, isn't that an unlucky number? Not at all. We're 13 very fortunate people who feel privileged to be in the book. We're happy to be part of this, and I'm so happy that you're joining us tonight. And Tony, we have to give you a big thank you for putting this on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And on that note, Tony, I will hand it back to you. I know we've got a busy program tonight. There's a lot of partying to do besides talking. I know we're all speakers. You're thinking, will they ever shut up? We don't know. But we'll hand it back to Tony and we're going to find out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susan and Mary. Wonderful. A couple of housekeeping points that I'll mention, and one other person I'd like to thank is Mr. Robert Gregory, at the back of the room here, the man with the shades, Mr. Cool. Rob's a long time friend of mine. I've done some traveling with him, and he's volunteered to do the book sales. So at any point in the evening, you don't have to wait for the break. Make your way back to Rob, and he'll sort you out. You can pay by PayPal. I believe you can pay by Visa or MasterCard as well, or cash. And it's on sale for the special low price tonight of $20. And then afterwards, you can come grab our signatures if you feel so inclined. One other last point of housekeeping. I see a couple of cameras in the audience. I'd like to see quite a few more cameras. I also see some people on their smartphones. Please help yourselves if you feel like tweeting about the event. If you feel like connecting on social media, that's part of our reality these days. I'm not going to be offended and come down on you like a school teacher. If you're on your iPhone, I'll assume that you're doing something honorable with it. So please stay connected, spread the conversation, take lots of pictures. Okay, so that everyone's completely clear on the format of the evening, I'm going to bring up all of our fantastic authors, and they're only allowed to speak for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay? You can't see it, but behind the table I've actually got a hook, and I will hook them, because we've got a lot of things to do tonight. My very good friend, Chad Tennant, who just arrived over here, he and I share the belief that networking is one of the most powerful tools that you can implement in any business across any industry. And he and I really believe that, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to bring all of us together here tonight. So we've reserved close to an hour and a half for networking following all of the chats, and part of that will be facilitated, and I'm going to do some fun stuff with it. Part of it's just going to be chat, schmooze, have a drink, have some fun. Enough of me. Let's get into some more authors. I've got a quick question. Has anyone here ever felt a little bit shy? Show of hands. I see some of the speakers used to be a little bit shy, myself included, yeah? Quite a few of us, indeed. Well, I'd like to bring up Annette Levine, who is the director of something called Shy Busters. And I'll just leave it at that, pass the mic to Annette, and let's hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. First of all, I just want to say that I've been in the car with this gentleman for 2 hours, and if anyone knows him, my life is different now. It's very different now. My name is Annette Levine, and I am a Shy Buster. What does a Shy Buster do? I take the timid and the bashful from shyness to boldness in just one day. With my education or my guidance and coaching, I'm able to help people discover that they're more hireable, more promotable, more dateable, and desirable with awesome communications. I'm really happy to be here tonight about the book, or a little bit about me. 17 years of learning how to become an effective communicator, and probably the best thing that I can tell you about myself is I don't just teach, I live what I teach. So I don't, conduct seminars and then go home and act differently. I actually am congruent to my lifestyle and having become a better communicator myself. Okay, enough about me, the book. I don't know about most people, but anyone who does any presentations or public speaking, they usually have a Bible in their office or beside their bed on how to get better at public speaking or presentations. I have one now, and now I have another. So what I'm suggesting is that this just become another one of your presentation skills Bible. That's my recommendation. It is a great book of reference to help you become better on the stage. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you very much, Annette. Our next author is quite an exceptional gentleman who's got his fingers in many pots. This author just joined us at the 11th hour and came along with Annette. He's got his own Rogers television show, and he's here tonight to, of course, share a little bit of information about himself and how he helps people. I'm very privileged to introduce Jacques Brunet.
The great American writer and poet Robert Frost once said there are two kinds of people. The population is made up of half the people who have something to say and can't seem to say it, and the other half of people who have nothing to say and keep on saying it. I believe that the group that we have that put together the Big Ideas book is a collaboration of people who have something to say, and they found a means to say it in the most beautiful way. Put it on paper, share it with the world. I am so proud and honored to have been a part of this project. I've done my own projects, I've written a few other books. It's very lonely when you're writing a lot of books by yourself. You don't get a lot of feedback, except maybe your editor, and that's still a lonely process. But having it done with Susan and Mary has really, really made a difference, because it really made the process simple to work with. I'm lucky that I get to do speaking as a living, as a seminar trainer, a leader, keynote presenter, and host. I love emceeing events. It occurs to me that a lot of what I do is by myself. Every now and then, to get put into a group of people that are like-minded, want to help the world and share a message, that is absolutely fantastic. I had my ego boosted a little bit when I first picked up the book, because I looked at the back cover, as many people have done, and went, ooh, look at that, you're the first one. Then I looked and I looked and I looked, and it occurred to me, it's alphabetical. But I'm still very fortunate to be a proud member of this group of 13 with the first Big Ideas, and I can't wait till we get started on Volume 2, the Big Ideas from the bigger stage. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, Jacques. Well, Jacques, you touched on a very important note about putting a book together is, of course, even if you're the sole author, there's always somebody behind the scenes helping you bring that all together. And of course, that's the editor. And the editor has so much more work to do than anyone could possibly imagine. I've had a chance to speak with an editor or work with an editor. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our fantastic editor who put together this wonderful work with us. I'm introducing Caroline Wilker. And a quick note that I have about Caroline, I have to check it here because it's just so exciting. I left my brain, I got too much in there, I apologize. She's an editor, a speaker, and a storyteller. She's here from Kitchener, Ontario tonight, so thank you very much for making the journey. And she's the author of Once Upon a Sandbox. The exciting thing about this book is that it's been shortlisted for a National Writing Award. So please put your hands together for Caroline Wilker.
My job as an editor is to help you shine, not to make me look good. Congratulations to all of you who have a chapter in the book. My editor is not here because I had someone else edit my work, since I have an article in the book as well. My job is to make you look the best you can look, as professional as you are. To pay attention to coherence, clarity, correctness, all those things that make you look wonderful. It's a lot of fun to be an editor, and it was a lot of work, but it was good.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you for making the journey from Kitchener. So our next author has a bit of a sense of humor about her, as the mic does. Welcome to space. And I asked her just earlier tonight in the Swiss room while we were having a bite to eat, I said, you know, Colleen, I was wondering if you could give me just like a quick one-liner that I can introduce you with. I want to keep this evening's event conversational. I want to keep it cool. I want to keep it relaxed and not so formal. She said, that's easy. Brilliant, amazing, owe me 20 bucks. So I'd like to, with that, introduce Colleen Cole.
You know, I meant that I owe you $20 for that. Yeah. I'll get you a book. There you go. So my name is Colleen Cole, and the article that I contributed to this book is actually not about public speaking, but rather about social media. And I'm curious, could you raise your hand if you have a Twitter account? Keep those hands up. Have you updated your Twitter account in the last week? Yeah, a lot of hands went down. And some hands stayed up, that's good. What I find is a lot of people shy away from social media, from Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook, because they don't understand what tone of voice they should be using in that type of social media. They're not sure how to get the word out appropriately in each of those different platforms. My article will help you do that. So have a look at it. If you have any questions about it, about how you're doing on social media, come and get a hold of me at the break time, and I'd love to talk to you about it. I thought I'd keep it short and sweet, and I'm not.
Thank you, Colleen. So now we have a real firecracker coming on up here. This guy's a kickboxer. This guy is a NLP practitioner. He takes care of his body and trains his clients to take care of their mind. And this gentleman has a fantastic sense of humor. He's come all the way from, not Kitchener, Elmira, Ontario. So at this moment I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Jeremy Tracy.
2 weeks ago, if you had been standing on the side of the road in Elmira, you'd have seen me and my youngest son, Nolan, who's 9, driving toward you on our unicycles. See, just over a year ago, me and all 3 of my boys, who are 9, 11, and 13, learned to ride unicycles. So if you were to follow us around the booming metropolis of Elmira, you hear these wannabe comedians as they see us coming, and you hear things like, "Can't you afford a whole bicycle?" And every one of these people thinks they're the first one who ever said it. But this one particular morning 2 weeks ago, when Nolan and I were riding to school, we heard the next most common thing that you hear on a unicycle. This lady looked at us and said, "Wow, you must have a lot of balance." Well, Nolan has an amazing way of looking at the world. He is one of my favorite teachers. The way he thinks and processes blows my mind. And after we get a little ways down the road, he looks at me and says, "Dad, I don't understand why people say that. Why do people always talk about how much balance we must have?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And he said, "Well, the truth is, if someone had really good balance but didn't want to do this, they couldn't do it." He said, if you took somebody who maybe their balance wasn't so good, but they really wanted to and they worked hard, they could learn to ride this. So the question I asked Nolan is the question I'm going to ask you. Where else do you think that might apply? I'm certified as a world-class speaking coach, and one of the things I do with my clients is help them take simple examples and analogies from their life onto the stage that illustrate a point. The same thing can be learned through these 13 authors in the book. They will help you take your ideas onto the stage. So as you look around this room, if you feel like your speaking skills, your raw talent, is really strong, good for you, but don't rest on your laurels and think that's going to be enough to guarantee your success. And at the same time, if you look around and feel like maybe you weren't born a natural speaker with natural raw talent, just know that investing in yourself, working hard, if this is something you really want to do, you can take your big ideas onto your big stage.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Fantastic. A lot of what we do as professional speakers is teach. There's a lot of teachers in the room, in fact. Teaching communication, we're teaching how to interact more effectively with our colleagues. We're also known as coaches very often for what we do. I'd like to introduce you to a wonderful, very talented, lovely coach. Please meet Joss the coach. This is Jocelyn Benton.
I've ever had. When I was asked if I wanted to write a chapter in this book, I went, yeah, right. Me. Everybody said, you have an accent. English is not your first language, is it? No. Speaking a language is different than writing. And I'm sure Carolyn spent a lot of time revising my chapters because it was difficult to put it together. So to me, having it done and seeing in front of me means a lot because this is something I never thought I would accomplish. And there's a lot of things ever since I joined this group I never thought I would accomplish. I do seminars and I do workshops, but this brought me to do also some Master of Ceremony for a very good cause, which was breakfast for kids. I did it for 2 years in a row, and it's in both languages, and there's nothing more rewarding than see the look on those kids' face when they find out that tomorrow is going to be breakfast for them. So all of this group, the support I've had, the accountability has been fantastic. Tony, thank you for putting this together and allowing us as a group of speakers to share this with everyone.
Thank you very much, Justin. Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, our next speaker is happens to be an expert in human communication. And if you get a chance to meet this individual tonight, he will enthusiastically tell you that he is currently living some of the happiest days of his life. And that's a pretty bold statement because this guy's traveled the world. This guy, well, he used to manage US military logistics in Uzbekistan. Taught English for a couple of years in Japan. Traveled around South America and Europe. This guy hitchhiked all the way across Canada twice. And rode his bicycle across once with 1 day's notice. Those of you in the audience who know me know that the person I'm introducing is your host. And it's me, Tony Estevez. And Tony Estevez is absolutely thrilled and honored, not only to be hosting this book launch, but to be a part of this book, Big Ideas for the Big Stage. So I'll take just a couple of minutes, I'll stay within my time frame, and I'll tell you guys how I became a part of this book, and what I do now, how I help people now. I got into this book because early this year, two wonderful, wonderful people believed in me. I went to my very first Speakers Think Tank meeting on January 28th, 2012, and there I met Susan and Mary. I met them both just once before, and they said to me, hey, we're just about finished putting this book together. Tony, you're kind of a charismatic character, and you're just getting started in your professional speaking career. Why don't you submit a chapter to our book? I was inspired myself, and I thought, I can't write a chapter for a book. I'm not an experienced writer. Sure, I've done all kinds of traveling, but I've never really had any focus in my life. No one's going to want to read what I have to say. But they encouraged me. They believed in me. And very soon, I started to believe in me. Officially, although I put on a very confident facade for my entire life, officially, I started to believe in me just a short 5 months ago. Because of Susan, because of Mary. And since I'm now a published contributing author to big ideas for the big stage with these fantastic experts, it has springboarded my professional speaking career at a rapid pace. I'm thrilled to report that I now deliver improvisational workshops to corporate professionals who are looking at improving their communication skills. So what's my background in improv? Who here has been to the Second City? Who here has ever been to any kind of improv show? Awesome, more than half the room. If you haven't been to an improv show, go. It could change you. Well, I studied the improv program at the Second City, and I got an agent, I got into acting, became more of a professional auditioner, to be honest. And during my acting career, I really enjoyed improv. And I've got a bit of a teaching background, having taught in a number of countries around the world. And I found that marrying these two skills is a very powerful way to deliver messages. That's what I do today. So I want to thank Susan and Mary so very much for welcoming me to the community. To all of the professional speakers who are very warmly welcoming me to the community, and to all of you for coming tonight. I'm Tony Estes. Thank you, Tony. You're welcome, Tony. Wonderful. Okay, so one of our speakers, unfortunately, she couldn't make it tonight because she's just too good at her job, and she's working. And I've made reference to her before. Her name is Judy Soup. Raise your hand if you know Judy Soup. More than half the room. So, unfortunately, we can't, I don't want to put words in Judy's mouth, but I'm just wondering if I could pass the mic around if anyone has something wonderful to say about Judy on her behalf. The next minute or so. Yes, it is.
Judy Soup. Can everyone hear? Yes. Judy Soup is probably one of the funniest women I know. We started out in Toastmasters in 1995. She was the woman that I wanted to be most like. And when I tried to be Judy, I failed miserably. That was a very learning moment for me. She is a very busy woman. She has gathered up some speakers of her own, Triangle Seminars, and I think she pretty well covers every topic out there. But at the end of the day, if you are holding any event where you need a funny woman, Judy Soup is that woman.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. And would anyone else like to say a word about Judy? I know there's not too many shy people in the room. Okay, Judy, we're moving on. Sorry you can't be here. Oh, wait. Mary, let's have a quick word about Judy.
I just wanted to say that when I first met Judy, I really didn't know where I was going as a speaker. I was busy being a Toastmaster. Never saw myself as a speaker. But I think Judy's got such a big heart. She's an encourager, and yes, she's absolutely hilarious. But her big heart allows her to share so much of what she's learned and what she's experienced. And I think if you have a few minutes to spend with Judy Soup, then you will learn a lot. Oh well, read her chapters in her book. The same.
Sorry about the feedback. I'd like to call up Lynn Raby, who is our next author, as you can see in the agenda, to share with us a little bit about what it's meant for you to become a contributing author to big ideas for the big stage.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn Raby. I go by Raby. It's like a dog bite, Raby. I'm the girl that's always late to the party. And once again, I was late to this party. Not this party, but the book party. And And so it was already underway, the authors were already contributing, and I had started this year off by doing something for myself, going to Speakers Think Tank. And so they said, we've got this book, would anyone like to contribute? Oh, I'm not an author, but I took the challenge. And that's what life's about. And I tell you why. U-D-O. It spells Udo. If I could just bring it down for a second. This is somebody I work with that just passed away suddenly this last week. And if Udo told me anything about life, he told me that we have to live every day and enjoy ourselves, and more than anything, we have to treat each other with dignity and respect. And that, I really learned. When I brush over and I grab Udo's stapler and he'd go, oh, look what she's doing. I'd say, sorry, Udo, you're right. Yeah, boy, you're stapler. It's a yes, go ahead. People like that are just, they're gems. Much like the gems of the people that I'm with at Speakers Think Tank. I am honored to be around some of these great speakers. I'm getting so much from being with them. I'd like to say that my little niche in speaking is probably in the keynote area as a motivational speaker. I've had a hard life, and I'd like to tell you about it sometime. I'm a survivor, and I think that a lot of people need to hear those stories because it helps, because life is challenging. And this girl's going to be at this party pretty late tonight, so I hope you chat with me later.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Just a reminder to people, we're going to take a break after we finish with our lovely authors and speakers in probably about 10 more minutes, 12 more minutes actually. So patient with your seating. At that time, I invite everyone to help themselves to a drink with their little cards. Don't lose your card, because it can be a pain to get out if you lose your card. So we'll take a break in just about another 12 minutes. But at this moment, I'd like to introduce one of my mentors, one of my favorite people in the room, in fact. A woman who is another certified world-class public speaking coach and has helped me get to where I am today on my little journey. And she's just such a caring woman. You can see in the way she speaks, the way she delivers her keynotes, the way she coaches and takes care of her clients. It's my pleasure to introduce, all the way from Lambeth, Ontario, just west of London, Sarah Hilton.
Picture yourself. You're at Canada's Wonderland, and you're about to get on the Behemoth. Now, if you don't know what the Behemoth is, it's a giant roller coaster. It goes up and immediately goes down. Have you heard the expression, your life is like a roller coaster? Isn't it true? You might be in a brand new relationship, and you're friends, and you're dating, and then you fall in love. It's a beautiful thing. Or it could be that you started a new business. It's much like dating too. You get your pretty little business cards and your business name, and you fall in love, and you quickly go up this great roller coaster of life. And then you touch the top, and you think it can't be better than this. Crash. You have a first fight, or you lost the first deal. Well, over the last 5 years in business as a spoken advantage speaking coach and speaker, the one thing I've learned is life is not a roller coaster. It's about climbing your Mount Everest. That way you go up slowly and enjoy the view every step of the way. Well, I am at one of those pivotal moments right now where I need to catch my breath and say thank you to Think Tank. Thank you to Big Ideas for the Big Stage. And thank you to Tony. Whatever you are doing in life, find your Mount Everest. I coach people to find their voice, to make powerful and profitable presentations, and most importantly, speak for success. How do you do that? You start by reading Big Ideas for the Big Stage. Thank you, team.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Excellent. Excellent. Our next author believes very, very firmly in the power of collaboration and believes that we never stop learning. This touches home with me because I'm at the beginning of this huge learning process right now, and I really feel like I've kind of just been born, so it really touches base with me. It's my pleasure to introduce Stephanie Van Bergen.
Sorry, wrong party. As Tony mentioned, I'm passionate about learning. And I'm passionate about branding, which is the chapter actually that I wrote in this book on how important the brand is. And I just want to ask you, how often have you been in a room where you felt you didn't belong? Or you felt you didn't have anything in common with anyone you were talking to, trying to network with, trying to collaborate with? Well, that's not what happened to me. The first time I was invited by Susan and Mary to Speakers Think Tank, I thought, they're as crazy as I am. These were like-minded individuals who also believed that we never stop learning and that we wanted to collaborate together and help each other and create a toolkit, if you will, for people like us who were starting out or perhaps who are more seasoned speakers but who knew they had perhaps 4 books in them, 1 book in them, maybe even 10 books, but didn't know how to go about it. So that's why it was so important for us to collaborate and create this, what I think is an incredibly user-friendly book called Big Ideas for the Big Stage. And I want to remind everyone, the big stage does not have to be Carnegie Hall. The big stage can be the meeting at your boardroom, it can be at a wake, at a wedding, it can be your interview. And I can tell you, skills that I have learned in my career as a corporate trainer, as a Toastmaster, and as a teacher, you'll be amazed how we can sum up our career in 3 minutes. Absolutely. So I would definitely recommend this book. I thank everyone for coming tonight and supporting us, because nobody does this alone. You've heard the saying, there's no I in team. And I would like to thank Mary and Susan for coming up with this wonderful initiative. And I'm sold. I'm passionate about this, and I'll be there for book 2. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. And just before we cut to break, there are 2 more fantastic speakers who are going to tell us a little bit about their role in the book. You heard from them very briefly at the beginning, Susan and Mary just talking about the book, but now they're going to have a chance to tell you just a little bit more about themselves. So first of all, before we do that, you guys have heard quite a few of us talking, and I need to stretch my legs every once in a while. Can we get everyone just to stand up for a quick second? We're going to do a little icebreaker here. I'm kind of a networkaholic at the moment, at this stage of my life and at this stage of my career. And one of the reasons that we chose Marché, that Marché chose to host us, is that this is a spectacular venue. So just like everyone, to take a second to take a look around at this beautiful atrium, the Hockey Hall of Fame across the street, and all the beautiful people you're surrounded by, and join me in saying, this place is fantastic. This place is fantastic. Thank you very much. I won't take any more of your time. May I please see Susan Lam Robinson? Good stretch, guys.
Hi everyone, Jim Puggiams is the author of Get Connected, Make Growth Happen. I had the great opportunity to attend a book launch today for Big Ideas for the Next Stage.
There's no way that's picking up the sound.
Okay, let's speak a little louder.
Your voice is a little low.
Hi everyone, it's Jim Puggiamsis, the author of Get Connected, Make Growth Happen. Today I was actually at a book launch for Big Ideas for the Big Stage. A few days ago, I had met Tony here at an event that I was at. He told me about this amazing book. And I came here today, I was absolutely amazed. I wanted Tony to explain a little bit about how the book came about. There you go.
Sure.
You're welcome.
Jim, thank you so much for coming tonight. I'm privileged to be one of the contributing authors to Big Ideas for the Big Stage, which was produced by the Speakers Think Tank. The Speakers Think Tank is an organization that helps professional speakers share resources, share ideas, and just generally help each other out. And so tonight we hosted the book launch for Big Ideas for the Big Stage. It's a great deal of fun, a great deal of networking happened, a number of connections were made, And I was privileged to be asked to write a chapter on inspiration, which is how I've contributed here. And what else can I tell you?
Well, I'll finish it out for you. The power of this book is that I met Tony 48 hours ago, and we had a conversation about business life and success. He invited me to this area, and I came. And my goal in life is about the journey, about networking and meeting people. And today I not just met Tony, I met 12 other great authors and entrepreneurs who have their story. My challenge to you is this: what's your story? Get in touch with this group here. At the end of the video, I'll have the links for you, how you can get in touch with Tony and the rest of the group. Perhaps these speakers can fill the need for you in your future events. So again, it's Jim Pagiansis, the author of Get Connected, Make Both Happen. Have a great day, everyone.
Is that your bread that's on the table?
No, that's
Mark's.
Mark's. You are extremely zoomed in. So I still have 20 minutes left on this tape. I only have one more tape, and I was hoping to have like a couple hours of tape tomorrow, but whatever.
How long is each tape?
60 minutes. I have to buy a digital camera. Just right now I'm recording. You can see the little red light. Yep. Make yourself comfortable. Yep. Zoom in. Or zoom in. Out. Yeah, and I mean, I don't have an assistant with me today, so I was just going to slap it on the tripod and just let it roll. But I'd love it if you get a little bit of backer crowd, play with it, whatever you like. So it's. Happy. Hello, Adi. Just stand for, it's going to be hot, but we're only in here for 3 minutes, okay? Stand behind the stake. Just don't knock this over.
It's so humid.
It's hot. It's hot. Is that everybody? Anyone else want to see it? We got lots of room. Come, now we can see it. Tom, you can come in and see it as well. Tell me you like it, huh? Come on in. You maybe keep your foot on it. Let the girls are. The girls want to see it. Come on in. Okay, so there's the shuffle around that way. I got a little special presentation for you. Feel like I'm in a hot sauna. Where'd you get that from? Oh, really? Particularly to plan. All right. Has everybody got 3 balls?
No.
Fantastic. Can you guys move it a little closer to me? My voice isn't as strong as it was this morning, so I gotta help you stand a little closer. Can you guys move apart so you're like not elbow? If you go like this, you're not gonna knock each other over. Right? Beautiful. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. Everybody who's right-handed,
let the afternoon begin, guys.
Take one juggling ball and put the other two down in front of you. All right? If you're right-handed, raise your hand with the ball in your hand. Awesome. Okay. Who's left-handed?
Yo, I didn't get any one of these.
If you're left-handed, you want to take the juggling ball in your left hand. Okay? Everyone's only got one ball, right? Yeah, everyone's got one ball. All you're gonna do is just pass it back and forth. Make a big arc. Big arc, nice and relaxed. Okay. You can grab the second ball. The reason I ask which hand you're writing with is because you got to start with your writing hand, all right? This time, don't catch them. Just drop them. So nice and relaxed. Right, left, or if you're left-handed, left, right. Okay, nice and relaxed. Don't catch them. You want them to land somewhere near your feet, maybe a little wider. Right, left. They're gonna join. Okay. Can you get them lined up?
Hi.
Oh, my sunglasses. Yeah, I'm missing loads. I don't have them. Well, as many as I have, so you can line up and drop the balls.
Girls, yep, come over. Yep. Come and join in for sure.
He's in.
We're going to
in that big black
sure.
bag, grab 3 balls.
Come in, come in, come in.
Yeah, if you can grab 3 balls, and then you make your way around to the side.
I already got the juggling thing
going. Make like luggage and carry on. There we go, very good.
Good luck.
Okay, welcome to Wallace. Here we go. Who else needs balls?
I have a juggling.
Yeah, here it goes. Okay. Okay, so everybody grab 2 balls. Can I get you koalas in the back to come in a little bit? My voice is not what it used to be. I need you to come in and hear me. So lay your 3rd ball down on the ground in front of you. Way to do it, huh? And if you're right-handed, you're going to start with your right hand. If you're left-handed, you're going to start with your left hand. And we're just going to let them drop on the ground, okay? So it's going to be 1, 2. Okay? Give yourselves enough space, you're not bumping into each other. 1, 2. You've done that a couple of times, you can try catching them, right? 1, 2. Big arches. Big arches, think of McDonald's. Big arches. You're not throwing them straight up and down, you're throwing them over to the other hand. Nice and easy. Okay, so be careful not to get caught in the trap of passing them. You don't want to pass them like this because you won't be able to learn the next step. Okay, you just want to do a nice 1, 2. All right? Grab your 3rd juggling ball. You don't have a 3rd. That's okay. You can't do 2 yet, don't worry about it. You have a 3rd?
How are you?
Pair up with someone who doesn't have a 3rd ball? I've lost a few of my juggling balls today. If you don't have a 3rd ball, pair up with someone else who also doesn't have a 3rd ball. You guys will just have to take turns trying it, okay? With 3 balls, I want you to take 2 balls in your writing hand. So if that's your right hand, you can write with your right hand, or your left hand if you're left-handed. No catching allowed, okay? Don't catch them now. So it's just going to be throwing for now, okay? So with 3 balls, starting with your writing hand. 1, 2, 3. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. Give it a try. And once you've done that 3 times, you're going to try and catch them. And that's when juggling begins. Good, I see the team.
I'm pretty good. Watch this.
If you put your hands up, you've been able to catch one ball. What if you've been able to catch 2 balls? Awesome. Has anyone been able to catch all 3? Yeah, keep trying, keep trying. Yeah, you're gonna go right, left, right. And a little higher. Yeah. Right, left, right. If you're getting all flustered, then go back to letting them drop onto the ground. You're gonna get a chance to keep trying, but I don't want you guys to miss this fantastic show I have for you. So please grab your 3 juggling balls, make your way into the tent. I got something really special to show you, just in case the time goes, okay? Actually, it's hot in here, but we're only here for 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back one step. Let's go back to the 3, but no catching, okay? Just 1, 2, 3. Someone there. No catching. 1, 2, 3.
Nice ladder!
Okay, and then after you've done it a couple of times, try catching.
35! 35! 35 points! Yeah, 35 points! That dude!
Yeah, that's right. And then throw the last one. Yeah. That's right, that's right. At this stage, it doesn't matter if you drop them. It's totally cool. Just get used to throwing them, right? Nice big arches. 1, 2, 3. You'll never have 2 balls in your hand at the same time.
That's right.
Yeah, totally. Help yourself. 1, 2, 3.
At the moment, we're going to get the next win. Okay, guys. Everyone else, remember this. Here's the team, boys. Right here.
And then you're going to try and start catching them, right? So it's 1, 2, 3. And I've seen a couple of you just about there. But it's not passing, right? We're always making an arch. Every throw is going to the other side like an arch, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Interference. Yeah, that's right, that's right. You got it, looking good. So right hand first, then left hand, then right hand. Yep, and throw the right one again. Throw the right one again before you throw the left one. So it's always the same throw, right? Nice big high arches. Okay, you will be up to catch it soon.
So tired.
So we're here with the LGX today. It's going very well so far. The juggling's going good. I got a lot of students who have learned. Really enjoying myself. Thank goodness I have a little bit of sugar now, so I'm not falling asleep. Time to change the tape. Here's the glow-in-the-dark tent. Everyone's having a really, really good time. You guys having a good time here today?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. You guys all want to be, those are some pretty big.
Second Street.
There we go. Wait, what school is this? Sorry.
Second Street.
So you're proud to be from Second Street?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What's your favorite activity of the day?
Gym.
No, okay, not at school. I mean, what's your favorite activity? What's your favorite activity of today?
Eating. Kids at the juggling.
We're getting a whole bunch of different answers. I haven't seen the drums yet. I gotta get myself over there. Whoop.